Here come the drums.
Alright. Yeah. Alright.
And I'm back again. You know, there's no stopping. It is what it is. Cooning and hip hop music. Where did it really begin? I was working out the other day and I happened to run across Dem Franchise Boys, and that's what they call themselves. Instead of saying them, it's Dem Franchise Boys. DEM. Once again, when did it become cool to be ignorant? I mean, and be stupid. And then on top of that, you are blatantly ignorant because you know that's not how you say them. You're purposely saying Dem Franchise Boys. That's what you're calling yourself. But anyways, yep, in them white tees. You know, that and Lean With It, Rock With It, and Shake Your Laffy Taffy, and all that other coonish hip-hop music that ended up taking over rap. Because nowadays, it's almost impossible not to find songs that don't remind you of that type of music, where people have these nice beats, but they have very simple lyrics, and they're really not talking about anything. And in the entire video, they're cooning and buffooning. What do you think about that?
Yeah, going off your point, for the most part, it's just beats and type of bullshit. There's no real lyrical content. Now, I understand, okay, you got some club hits. You got some, just act stupid hits. But a lot of this stuff, that shit that's passed over as rap is bullshit. There's no lyrical content. Basically, you just got a full album full of hot-ass beats.
It really is. I mean...
As far as the history goes, though, I think a lot of it started from the East Coast, then it just trickled down everywhere. Okay, you had gang music in the East Coast. You had a lot of rap music started off there. Okay, gun, gangs to shoot 'em up. A lot of that went to the West Coast. And that's where a lot of the real gang music came from. Okay, you had NWA. You had other rappers, Eazy-E, whatever, who some music had a purpose. They weren't like Public Enemy, but some of the music had a purpose until it just went into some old bullshit where it was just another gang song, another gang song, another gang song. And that's all it went to. It wasn't rap anymore. It was just gang bullshit.
Right, and what people have to realize is, yes, you had gangs. When we look at the gangs that formed in the inner cities and urban areas, and then you look at the fact that, okay, yeah, niggas with attitudes, NWA, at first they were rapping about issues that they actually were living through and dealing with. Exactly. And then they were talking about how the cops, police brutality, which existed then and still exists today. Yeah. But somewhere down the line, it went to, I'm just killing niggas and I'm fucking bad bitches.
Because that's what's sold. And we have to take accountability for what we buy and what we support. As soon as it got out of hand, it should have stopped being supported by us. Because as you see with music today, a lot of black people aren't supporting artists anymore like that. We aren't buying their records like that. So they're forced to switch up their tune. And that's what should have happened years ago when a lot of this gang music was pushed to us. But we didn't.
Right, because it got to the point where every rapper that was coming out was always affiliated with some type of gang. And then it moved to, not only are we doing gangs, Bloods, Crips, Gangster Disciple, and what have you, but guess what? We also sell drugs and we fuck hoes. That, that's pretty much what rap has became. And then today, fast forward to Rick Ross, Drake, 2 Chainz, Lil Wayne, T.I., you got all these people claiming to be drug dealers. And Rick Ross already been put on blast by the GDs, Gangsta Disciple. He's sitting up here, people shooting at his car and everything else.
Gee, the messed up part was before even the GDs, Trick Daddy put his ass on blast. But people gave him a pass.
My thing, and this is how you know, some black people are ignorant to the obvious. First of all, when it came out, a couple of years back, because it probably was like 4 or 5 years ago, it came out that, first of all, Rick Ross was a correctionals officer. Or, he worked at a prison. Yeah, he's supposed to be big drug dealer, kingpin, this. And I'm not saying that he could have been a dirty correctional cop, but stop making it seem like you on some Scarface shit when you really not. Okay?
Exactly.
Then on top of that, he took the name of a real drug dealer from California. Okay?
Now, that ain't the fakest shit.
Exactly. Now, the real drug dealer was Freeway Ricky Ross. 2010, this is when it really started happening. Because you notice how in 2010, all of a sudden, he's not Rick Ross, he's Rick Rose. Because he was getting heat back then from, wait a minute, that's not who you are. Stop fronting. That's somebody else's name. And you sitting up here, what's funny? You know the movie CB4?
Yeah.
This is basically what hip-hop really is today. See, even though that was made in 1993, here it is 2013, 20 years apart, it still applies today. You got a bunch of fake studio gangsters. Okay?
Exactly.
They sit, because remember in CB4, dude was saying that he was MC Gusto after
he was really a bitch.
Exactly. I mean, and Stab Master Arson and all this other BS.
Yeah.
I mean, his name was Stab Master Arson. But that's besides the point. They're lying, they're fronting, they're perpetrating, and then real gangsters come, and now you're getting your car shot up, and you're in hiding and everything else.
Exactly. And like I said, it went from the west to the south. Because around when West Coast rap really fell off, the South and a little bit of the East Coast picked it up. That's how you had motherfuckers like Ja Rule perpetrating like he was Tupac.
Right.
You had niggas like Master P perpetrating like he was Tupac, biting his style, biting his lyrics.
Right, everybody was wearing bandanas.
That Tupac was promoting.
Exactly.
Tupac shit was ignorant. He had some good joints, but a lot of his shit was ignorant.
And this right here, once again, we know there's going to be people that dislike. You can dislike, but we gonna keep doing what we doing. But I've got people. Don't get me wrong. Like he said, Tupac music. There are songs that are really real and good and genuine. But then there's other songs like "I Fucked Your Bitch," where how do you go from? And I'm gonna say it.
You go from "Dear Mama" to some thug life.
I mean, it doesn't make any sense. It's like almost like he was fighting with stuff within himself, or he was schizophrenic or something. Because you don't go from one point to this, that, and the other. That's the problem. That's why people don't take us serious, because you can't even stay focused. You went from Dear Mama to I'm fucking your bitch, and then y'all beefing with Notorious B.I.G., but then Notorious B.I.G. is no better. How do you go from, what's that one song where he samples M-Tune, Juicy Fruit?
Juicy.
Yeah, Juicy. How do you go from talking about true struggles to other stuff that, come on now. I'm killing this nigga, I'm doing this, where when we really look at his life, yeah, he sold drugs, but he didn't kill anybody. So why the fuck are you talking?
Doing all that shit.
Exactly. Why are you lying about this stuff? That's my point. Yeah, he sold drugs.
That's what sells to a lot of people nowadays.
Exactly. Yeah, he sold drugs, but he never really killed anybody. Same thing with Tupac. You had all these people sitting up here talking about how they killing folks. First of all, what people forget is Tupac used to be a damn dancer for Digital Underground. Before he even became Tupac.
Exactly.
And I'm not trying to take no disrespect from Tupac or Biggie, but that's the problem. And look at them today, they're dead.
Exactly.
So I'm just putting it for what it
is. I don't even care. I'll say it. To me, Tupac was one of the fakest gangsters in the game. Because he knows damn well he wasn't really doing that shit. That's why you had that difference between songs like Dear Mama and his thug songs. To me, I've seen interviews with Tupac. This brother was intelligent.
Right.
But at the same time, he kept being pushed by the corporate to make these ignorant ass songs.
Exactly.
That's the same stuff that's happening today.
Exactly. Being paid to coon. That's what it all boils down to. Paid to coon. Okay?